Oh my gosh, guys. So I just finished I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Oh my gosh, this book, I'm so sorry, guys. This video is most likely going to have a lot of spoilers in it because this is such a woven together book. It's going to be impossible to do a book review on this book without giving away spoilers. So if you have not yet read this book, please caution yourself while reading this video. I'm sorry if I give too much of it away, but I just have to talk about this book because it's beautiful. Like, the back of it describes it as stunning and artistically woven together, and that is so true. Like, as I was reading this book, all these little pieces were being thrown at you, and you knew about all these little things, and I didn't even have the slightest idea or make the slightest connection in my head that all these pieces would weave together and it would all meet together in the end. So, okay. Basically, this book is the story of two twins. You have Noah and you have Jude. They are twins, brother and sister, and growing up they were very close. They lived at home with mom and dad. And then Jude and her mother believe that they can still talk to grandma, and like grandma's with them even after she dies. Grandma has like this Bible, she calls, of just different like things that you do, like just like different old wives' tales almost, and different like random things you can do. Like, one of them was that if a boy gives you an orange, his love for you will never die. So Jandy is the name of the author. Jude fully believes that if a boy hands her an orange, he will be in love with her. And when this happens in the book, she goes like, "Oh heck no, you keep your orange. I'm on a boy strike. No boys coming my way." Because as they get into their teen years, their mother decides that she wants them to apply to this art school. It's a great school, it's local, they need to go. Her mom has always been fond and fascinated with arts. So, at this time, Noah is a very good author. Sorry, my phone is ringing. Noah is a very good author. What am I talking about? Very good artist. And Jude is not. I mean, she's getting there. She's very good at sculpting. She does sand sculptures all the time. So Jude doesn't necessarily want to go to the school. So, and she watches her mother praise her brother constantly over his artistic abilities because he's a fantabulous artist. So she goes on this wild streak and she's like doing all these crazy things. Her skirts are getting shorter, her makeup's getting brighter, she's being more daring with the boys. And while Noah here is off to the side doing his paintings, being ready to go to art school. And then, eventually along the line, their mom crashes the car and dies. After that, Jude ends up getting into the art school and Noah doesn't. Noah just stops doing art altogether, or so you think. He stops doing art, and he just he becomes a typical boy. He gets into sports. He has a girlfriend, or so his dad thinks he's a girlfriend. He's doing things to please his dad because he wants to be the son his dad always wanted. And then think. This is so hard to explain. Think, TJ, think. You must think about this. How do you explain this? Jude's rebellious streak ends. She feels that it's partly her fault that her mother died because she was being that girl. Her mom was always like, "Do you want to be that girl?" And she was like, "Sure, why not? YOLO, let's do this." And finally she realizes no. And she basically goes on a boy streak. No more boys for her. She chops off her hair and she starts focusing on her art school. She decides she wants to make this sculpture. So along the way, she goes to the sculpture dude, and this is where the spoilers start coming in. Okay, so beware. She goes to the sculpture dude, and she just starts. She's like, "Hey, I need you to help me. I need to know how to make this sculpture," because she feels that every time she makes a sculpture out of clay, or she makes a bowl or a painting or something, her mother ruins it. Because not only does she feel that she can now talk to grandma, and grandma's always with her, now she feels her mother's always with her, destroying her artwork. So you have that coming in. And so it gets down to the point where she's working with the sculpture dude, and she runs and she's drawing a picture of this guy, and he's naked. So she's drawing this guy naked, and this guy feels that she is this beautiful girl. He feels that this is the girl his mom told him about on her deathbed. His mom predicted that Jude would come into his life and they would fall in love together. And so they start hanging out, and I'm just going to leave that part of the story there. This is just, it's all intertwined together, and it's so confusing, because then, this is so hard to confuse. This book is just mind-blowing, okay, guys, okay. So, basically, right before their mom wrecked her car, her and her husband had split up, and Dad was no longer living with the family. He was, off in a hotel staying somewhere. And the night before the mom wrecked the car, the mom walked in on Noah and his boyfriend doing stuff in the bedroom. And the next morning, Noah overhears his mother on the phone talking to who he thinks is his father, saying, "Hey, I need to talk to you. Something happened with Noah last night. We need to talk about this. Meet me at the studio." So they meet at the studio, and Noah follows because he does not want his mom to tell his dad about his boyfriend. He wants to be the perfect son in his dad's eyes, and he don't feel like his dad would be accepting of this. So when he gets there, he realizes that his mom was not meeting with his dad. She was meeting with her boyfriend, who she has had for a while now, because she needed someone to talk to about what she witnessed with Noah last night, and Noah don't want Daddy to know, so she's going to talk to her boyfriend about it. And Noah sees this, and he flips out. Oh my gosh. So then, after that, the mom realizes that she just needs to end it with her husband. She has this boyfriend. Her family found out about it now. She just needs to take the divorce papers to her husband. So as she's pulling out of the driveway to do that, Noah yells, and he's like, "I hate you. You ruined everything. You ruined our family. This is why Dad had to leave." All kinds of nonsense like that. And of course she's worked up about this. She's trying to do the right thing, and her children aren't seeing it that way, and that's when she wrecks the car. So, then, flash forward back into the future now, and this is so confusing. Jude is with her boyfriend, who she met at the art studio, who was the model, and turns out the model was also had modeled for her brother Noah, and Noah had drawn a very beautiful sketch of him. It was perfect, and years ago, she bought that painting of her boyfriend now from her brother, and she bought it with the sun. She gave up the sun because they trade things. She basically gave up the sun to her brother so her brother could claim rights on the sun. So she could have this this drawing of her future boyfriend. And at the time when she bought it, she had no clue it would be her future boyfriend. But she bought it because she was just in love with this painting or picture or whatever it was. And it was just so when you put that piece together, it's mind blown. But then she shows her boyfriend a family picture, and he puts together that her mom is the mom in the painting, Jude's mom in the painting is the lady that his boss, so the main sculptor dude, Jude is working with this big sculptor dude, and that's how she met the boyfriend, because he was modeling for them. So the sculptor dude was the guy her mom was dating. And the sculpture guy, her teacher that's teaching her how to sculpt was the guy that was was dating her mom when she was married to her dad. So, right there, all the pieces come together because no one knows about his mom's affair, okay? He knows about this, but he didn't tell anyone about this. And then, this whole time, Jude knew the guy her mom was having an affair with, but she had no clue that he even knew her mother. And then this whole time, her mother knew her future boyfriend. She predicted that they would be together. Her boyfriend's mother predicted they would be together. And it's just it's mind-blowing, and it's so hard to explain. If you're not following any of this, just read the book, because I have no clue how to explain this. And the story is so amazing, and I had no clue it would come together and all this beautiful, and Jandy, I'm sorry, but this book is beautiful. The way you intertwined all the different pieces of this book together was just pure literary geniusness. I absolutely love this. I need to read more books by you. It was beautiful, and I'm just amazed by the storyline. It's so hard to sit here and explain. You just need to go off and you need to read this book yourself because, oh my goodness, it's mind blowing. It changes your thinking about life. And then the last sentence of this book, how you ended it, was just beautiful. It was, let me find it here. It was remake the world. Oh my gosh. Perfect ending. You left us with just this sentence of remake the world. Oh my goodness, this book was just mind blowing. I don't even know how to explain it. I hope I explained it somewhat well. Just please go read this book because it's amazing, okay? I'm sorry, this book is just plain amazing, okay? Thank you so much for watching this, and if you made it through 10 minutes of my rambling about this amazing, beautiful book, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.